Cold War, decades of fear, missiles, and mistrust came down to 64 squares and two men who barely trusted themselves, let alone each other. In the summer of 1972, the world held its breath in a quiet hall in Reykjavik. Outside, Iceland was calm, gray skies, cold air, the steady hush of the sea. Inside, tension crackled louder than any speech at the United Nations. Because this wasn't just a chess match. It was America versus the Soviet Union. Ideology versus ideology, played out move by move on a wooden board. On one side sat Bobby Fischer, a brilliant, volatile American who carried genius and paranoia in equal measure. On the other sat top Boris Spassky, the reigning world champion, calm, disciplined, backed by the full weight of the Soviet chess machine. For decades, the Soviets had dominated chess the way they dominated the narrative of intellectual superiority. To them, chess wasn't a game. It was proof. The atmosphere was thick with symbolism. Cameras clicked, diplomats whispered. Every move felt like a political statement. When Fischer complained about cameras lighting even the chairs, the match nearly collapsed. Newspapers called him unstable. Officials panicked. Was this symbolic battlefield about to dissolve before it began? Then the game started, and something changed. As the pieces moved, the noise of politics faded. Pawns advanced like cautious soldiers. Bishops sliced diagonally through space. Fischer played with daring creativity, rejecting safe paths. Spassky responded with elegance and restraint. The tension wasn't loud, it was surgical. And slowly, incredibly, the American began to win. Midway through the match, the story flipped. The unstoppable Soviet system was suddenly vulnerable. Spassky, representing a superpower, found himself applauding Fischer after a stunning victory. A moment so human, it broke the script both sides had written. For a brief time, ideology stepped aside, and respect took its place. When Fischer finally won the championship, there were no treaties signed. No walls fell. No missiles were dismantled. But something subtle shifted. Millions around the world saw that dominance wasn't guaranteed, that brilliance could come from anywhere, and that even in the deepest rivalry, shared humanity could surface. In a Cold War defined by silence and fear, this match spoke without words. Two men sat across from each other, hands hovering over wood and ivory, and reminded the world that conflict doesn't always end with force. Sometimes it ends with understanding. If this story made you feel the quiet power hidden in history, please like, share, and subscribe, and tell me in the comments which moment you think truly changed the game.